What's up guys, Joe Munoz, OneStepPrep.com. In this video I want to talk about some considerations for you when you're selecting an academy, where you're going to get your FAA ATP, where you're going to get your type rating, where you're going to recurrent, requal, upgrade, where you're going. So the first thing I want to share with you is to read the reviews, okay? This is the obvious, is the reviews, okay? So the first thing is go on Google, okay? This is a very simple Google search, and take a look at the reviews. When you read the reviews, couple things I would pay attention to in there. Okay, one, are these legitimate reviews? Okay, I know that sounds like the obvious, but you'd be surprised sometimes you find some reviews on some places that they're just not, well, you'll see when you see them. Okay, are they legitimate reviews? And what is the average star rating that they have? Next thing I'd be looking at is curriculum. Okay, ensuring that the administrative staff has the needed knowledge to place you properly in a curriculum that you can even be accepted into. There's plenty of academies out here that you'll call in and, you know, probably not poorly intended, but maybe they're placing you in a curriculum that you don't even qualify for, and then all to be found out after you've already paid either your deposit or your full amount. You signed the contract, you showed up, you paid for your travel, your training, your hotel accommodation and everything, and then all of a sudden you find out when you're there that curriculum is not even the appropriate curriculum for you. So now they either have to turn you away, they have to put you in a different one that was not what you were planning. Now it disrupts your travel plans, it disrupts your financial planning, all that stuff, right? Next thing, what do they give you for courseware? Here we got the videos, okay? All of your types that you get here when you come for a 7.3 type, A320 type, initial, recurrent, upgrade, requal, circling, restriction, removal. We're the only academy that gives you the videos that you so well know, OneStepPrep.com. In addition to that, I want to talk, going to this curriculum, transparency of the academy. Not only with the curriculum, but also with the monetary side. So let's stop here at transparency for a moment. Transparency, what do I mean by this? I'll give you an example. There is a distance learning curriculum whereby you take your initial footprint, which is usually 6 days of ground school. So day 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? Then over here you go to your flat panel trainer for day 7 and day 8, and then from 9 and beyond you go into motion sim training. Well, the first 5 days, for those that have distance learning approved at the school, we do, right? They say, hey, you know, you can come and we're going to give you the distance learning. It's a cheaper price. And the part that is left out is that when you arrive to the academy, you have to take a 100 question knowledge validation exam based on what you studied on your own in the 5 days that you did distance learning by yourself. Now, if you don't pass the distance learning exam, then you have to show up for the full initial and go through all 5 days of systems training that you weren't planning for, you didn't account for, your travel plans disrupted and your financial plans disrupted, and that was never disclosed to you. So that's something else to keep in mind. Transparency of the curriculum, of expectations, setting proper expectations, also finances. We are the only school, to my knowledge, that has the pricing on the website. Most schools, they don't have anything on the website. They want you to call, they're going to give you some story, and then they're going to give you the price at the end of it, right? So to me, when I shop as a consumer, I just want to know what something costs, because I don't know about you, but I'm not making a buying decision unless I have the price. So we put the price on the website, very visible for you to see. Next thing, instructor caliber or quality. What is the instructional quality that I can be expecting to receive? Because after all, you are enrolling in training. And training is delivered by instructors, and hopefully the instructors that you're going to be receiving instruction from are actually instructors. They're educators and not examiners, as we tend to find at many carriers and academies. And so I can tell you I take a very dominant role in ensuring that the caliber of instructor that we contract here and agree to engage in instructional service under our brand here, we take that very seriously. As I said, I'm definitely involved in ensuring they get well standardized, get AX3 certified. If you don't know what that is, go to ax3certification.com. You'll see what that is. All of our instructors here go through that course that I teach myself to get them all standardized on the same level, and ultimately not have what I like to affectionately refer to as CBT clickers. People that are just clicking through some CBT, boring you to death in your class, making you feel like you wasted your money, you wasted your time, and you would have been better off doing this by yourself at home or in a hotel. That is a horrible setup. That's the most poor quality instruction you can receive, apart from educator turned examiner, and that's what we aim to not have delivered here. So how many academies are really putting emphasis on that? I've worked at quite a few, and after doing so decided to start my own after growing frustrated with all these other things I'm sharing with you. So I can tell you there's really not that many schools that pay much attention to this. So we do, and we do take a lot of pride in that. Number 6 I'm going to put here is resource availability. Resource availability. Okay, I'm doing it in chicken scratch because I got a lot to share with you, so I'm writing it fast and talking as fast as well. So, but resource availability, what does this mean, Joe? Or do they even have instructors available? Do they have sims available? Do they have flight training device or FTDs available? Do they have classrooms available? Do they have examiners available? I can't even begin to tell you how many people call here and they say, hey, listen, I wired the money to so-and-so. Now they don't answer my emails. Now they don't answer my phone calls. They sent me a schedule. I got through some part of the training, but now they don't have the rest of my sims or my exam scheduled because they claim they don't have examiners or they don't have instructors. And by the way, you already signed the training agreement and you already paid the deposit and or the full training amount. So you're not going to get a refund, and now we end up with a scenario which has happened here several times where the student shows up from a previous school after having paid $14,000, $15,000, and they come here and they have to start all over with us and get no refund from the other school. Keep in mind, I have other videos where I talk about this. You cannot transfer training received at a different academy into another academy. That is not because of us, that is regulatory FAA. A curriculum must be completed from the initiation all the way to the completion in its entirety. That curriculum has to be finished. You can't transfer credit like some college course or something. You got to do the whole thing from start to finish. So choose wisely where you go, because wherever you go, you're either going to have to finish there or you're going to have to abandon that plan and get on some other plan. And that also means abandoning the time and the energy and the resources, financial, monetary, that you invested there. That's basically going to be out the window. Last thing here, actually, I got a few more things. Okay, we're going to go with number 7. We'll see how many more we have. Admin, administrative logistics. Is somebody in the scheduling office ready, willing, and able to give you a schedule? Somebody answering your emails? Somebody answering your phone calls? Is there an instructor somewhere that can give you some kind of guidance other than just go reference it in the FCOM? Okay, so administratively, you have this whole logistics side that plays into this as well. You know, it's maybe typical for you to think, I need to go get a type rating, so what does it cost? And then all you think really is price, which is relevant, and I'm going to talk about that in a minute. Okay, there's our scheduler right there. She's looking at me like, that's right, boys and girls, come to One Step Prep Academy. Okay, all right, so point being that make sure you have a solidified, a good admin working behind the scenes for you, because it's not all just about you show up for the training, but also what are all the moving pieces there. You're going to need your schedule. You're going to need someone probably at some point to guide you through TSA approval if you don't have a U.S. passport or a green card, maybe some IACRA, some hour verification. You might need to go take a written test for the ATP. You may need to have to take the written test result, give it to the record keeper, how are your records being handled. Okay, we're one of the few schools, if not the only school in South Florida that has digital record keeping. So these are some other things that maybe you'd want to take into consideration. And then the last thing I'm going to put down here is price. Okay, now I put it as a last thing because most times the first thing you consider is price. I can't tell you how many times people call here and they say, what does it cost for an initial? And I say, well, the good news is you don't even have to call us to find out, although it's good to talk to you by phone, but the reality of it is that it's on our website. So you can go navigate here and this is what it says and this is what the price is, right? So all the pricing is there. And then they'll say, hey, you know, that price that you gave, I just got a price for $2,000 cheaper at some other school. And I say, well, you could go to the other school and you're probably going to find they don't have the best of reviews. You may not be enrolled in the right curriculum. They don't give you the videos. They're probably not going to be nearly as transparent. They don't have the instruction quality that we do. They certainly don't have the resource availability. Their administrative logistics are probably not as well lubricated. And oh, by the way, that's why it's $2,000 cheaper, folks, because when you go to McDonald's, you don't expect to get filet mignon, do you? So with that being said, hopefully we can help you here. And we can, everyone's laughing out there. They're laughing at me because I just say how it is, okay? expect fully to get what I pay for. So we have very competitive pricing. I will share that with you. I certainly know that when you come here, you're going to be at an academy that's owned and operated by pilots. Also not true for many other academies where I've worked. And we do have your best interest at heart. We ultimately want to see you succeed through training and accomplish your career goals. Plenty of times here we do interview preps, we do type ratings, ATP, CTP, we do all these things, these courses, and then we get these great reviews, Google reviews, we get pictures to our inbox, phone calls, I just got hired here, I just passed training here. That's what makes all this worth it for us. As you all probably know, I'm an active line pilot as well as all our instructors here. And so we take a lot of pride not only in our craft of flying, but also being able to effectively transmit that to you in the classroom. So we hope to see you here. Want to enjoy your friends and training program success, onestepprep.com. Go over there, hit the Contact Us tab. You can either send us a message there, call us, send us a message via our social media feeds, and we'll get back to you as soon as we possibly can to ultimately get you on the path to your training success. All right, we'll see you here in Miami.